It's a great honor to be here with you again this evening, but it was really a much, much greater honor and privilege to meet a true journalistic hero this evening who is sitting next to me during this dinner. She's one of the bravest journalists I've ever met. She faced risks far graver than the ones we face in any UK courtroom. Lucy Kassa has worked tirelessly and risked her own life to document and bring to life horrific war crimes being conducted by the Ethiopian army, Eritrean troops, and Tigrayan rebel forces in a brutal 2-year conflict which otherwise might not have been known about, were it not for Lucy's bravery and meticulous and dogged reporting in which she always took the utmost care to protect her sources. The stories of women who faced brutal, weaponized rapes and torture in this war would have gone untold. The world would not have known of the ethnic cleansing, hidden concentration camps, and use of starvation as a weapon of war that Lucy was able to document. The Ethiopian government wanted to make sure no one knew about any of this. They imposed a media blackout and blocked all communications and barred journalists from the conflict zones. But through sheer determination, Lucy was somehow able to break through all of this. She reached her sources and she brought these war crimes to light. Lucy has faced threats constantly, but they reached her home directly when in February 2021, 3 government security agents raided her home and threatened to her face to kill her if she continued to report on the war. At the time, Lucy was working on an investigation for the LA Times on a report on weaponized sexual violence. She was documenting the gang rape and torture of a 27-year-old mother by 15 Eritrean troops. These threats didn't stop Lucy, and she published her story anyway. The day the story was published, the Ethiopian government denounced her and claimed she wasn't a journalist. And then they launched a huge online hate campaign through their supporters who called for her to be silenced, stoned, and gang raped. These threats, not surprisingly, forced Lucy to have to leave her country, but she never gave up telling the story of those suffering war crimes in this terrible conflict. Since then, she's continued to work for The Guardian, for The Economist, and the BBC to document the human rights abuses of this conflict, continuing to tell the stories that no one else is able to tell. She's won awards for her work from Amnesty International. She's a real hero, and it's my great honor and privilege to present this award tonight to Lucy Kassa for Outstanding Investigative Journalism.
Thank you so much. Big thanks to nominators and the prize committee for selecting me to win this award. Thank you, Bill. I'm deeply honored. Weeks ago, I was exhausted of the pressures I had to face because of my work. I was feeling powerless, asking myself constantly what meaning my fight to shed light on the truth has if it will not hold the war criminals accountable. While in such frustration, I received an email that I have won this award. I felt so happy and said to Bill, this must be a conspiracy for me to carry on. So in the future, when I get tired and frustrated of impunity, this award will be my reminder that justice is possible. Today is my happy day. I don't want to think about the grim stories which kept me sleepless for the past 2 years. Just to say a few things, hundreds of thousands have been killed during the war in Ethiopia. Crimes against humanity, ethnic cleansing, potentially genocide, is committed. Thousands of women were raped and weaponized sexual violence. Hunger has been used as a weapon of war against millions in the Tigray region. The reason I am persecuted is for exposing these war crimes. I'm relieved that a peace deal is recently signed, but accountability is not addressed. My message to you is to contribute in ensuring that the war criminals who caused such an immense suffering on millions of people with total impunity don't go unpunished. It's such a disgrace for humanity if the world lets them get away with it. My happiness will be full when the victims of war, whose stories I verified and told, particularly the thousands of women and girls who were gang raped and weaponized sexual violence, get the justice they seek. I would like to thank my parents, siblings for their support. I wouldn't be here without their love. Thank you so much.